Okay, we got Jupiter here. This is June 25th, just short of the 40th latitude parallel, whatever. And it was obviously just after dark when things were, the moon was above the horizon pretty well. It was around 10 p.m. Eastern. And got the P900, tried to change the focus and the exposure. Exposure is a little tougher for me to get. I try to shine the flashlight on the lens with exposure lock, and it's kind of hit and miss for me whether I get it right. But eventually, I do see some of the stripes on the thing. I don't know if it was on this video clip or the other one, but you can see stripes. You can't see a lot of detail, but you can tell it's striped. And you can see some of the moons there too. So at least got that. And it's very hazy. It wasn't as warm today as it had been. But there were some wispy clouds, and so sometimes it just isn't as clear as I'd like. And I have a tripod from, I don't know, 15 years ago at a garage sale. And in order to keep it from drifting, I have to really tighten it. And then to move it just a little, you have to untighten it, and it gets it all out of alignment because we're so zoomed in, it just goes right off the screen. So I'm struggling with the tripod the whole time. And but at least I think I got some acceptable footage there. You can, it's not as good on as the original. I edited this a little bit, added audio and stuff, but hopefully that'll be visible, but I could see the stripes. So then we're going to switch to the moon a little bit here. It's nearly full. This will get better in a second. Hold on. Like I said, we had some haze and clouds going around, and you can see a little bit of heat waves happening. I think it's like, really close to being full, not quite. I didn't mess with the color at all. That's what it looked like. And it was, I don't know, off the horizon, it was about, I'm going to say, maybe 30 degrees. So it was well enough up in the sky. It wasn't right on the horizon. And still had a fair amount of the yellowish color, sometimes almost pinkish. So it could be whatever is in the air right now. I don't know. But I'll have you know that probably some of that pinkish is from all the mosquitoes I fed while I was doing this. I think I only smacked one of them. So only one mosquito was harmed in the making of this film. The rest of them gorged themselves and are now probably off making 1 billion more mosquitoes because I did it for science. Anyway, lots of camera shake. Sorry about that. Like I said, I have trouble moving this thing even just a little. Oh, there it goes. So, I'm trying to get edges and things. Someday I'm going to get a good tripod with some motor control so I can just push some buttons and move the thing just a little bit. That would be nice. But it's just interesting that you can see such good detail even with heat waves and things and camera shakes and mosquito slapping and all the other things that were going on. So now hopefully we will switch over to Saturn. I finally got it. I didn't know there were clouds low on the horizon. It was fairly low. It was, east and north of the moon. East and north. East. It was in the east. It was to the left of the moon. A little bit lower on the horizon. I'm sleepy. That's why I said that. But anyway, you can see it's Saturn. I'm happy to get any detail at all because it's the first I've been able to film it. I had to go in, I had a good shot of the moon and Jupiter, and then I went inside and checked stellarium, and Saturn should have been visible, and there it was, just coming out of the clouds. And it took a lot of moving around and camera shake and things, and it's really hard to keep this thing halfway centered in the viewfinder. But as far as the color goes, a little bit yellowish. I think some of that has to do with trying to override the exposure on the video. It tends to make things a little brownish yellowish. I don't know what I can do about that other than try to get a finer adjustment on the light, but I'm just happy to get it to override the exposure at all. Focus is another issue, as I've seen before. A lot of what you find people do on stars and things that makes them look, various geometric shapes and they're shimmering and all that, that is out of focus. I prove that to myself over and over, that you can focus before and after these objects, which tells you it's not at an infinity, which it should be that far away, but the thing is that it's a focus issue, and you just get points of light or this much, if you're lucky, detail if you have it focused properly. I did get a couple of stars I didn't put in this video that the best I could do is just get lights, and they seem to be almost triangular shaped to me, but that could be a lens issue. Anyway, I could have done a better job at cutting out the really shaky parts, but I'm happy to have video of Saturn at all. So, hopefully this recorded all the stuff I've been saying. Otherwise, I'll try to find a music track, but if not, well, you can just play your own music while you listen to it. So there you go. I'm happy to have gotten that shot finally, after all these tries. Thanks for watching. Goodbye, Saturn. Goodbye.